All right, gents, here we are again, same position as Tuesday. We haven't got smiles on our faces, but hey, you know, that's the way it goes. St Neots Town 0, Frome 1, scored a goal in the 3rd minute. And believe it or not, closed up shop from the 3rd minute on, but that wasn't the real story of the match, was it, Ian?
No, we underachieved today in every department. There's not one player in there that I think I'm being harsh. I don't know, and I don't think there's a player out there that can hold their head up today and say they gave it everything they had and got anywhere near the performance that we put in on Tuesday against Chesham. We were back to our old self a little bit, where we were waiting for somebody to spark us into life, and we said before we go out there, let's put them on the back foot early. You know, they're down near the bottom, and I spoke to their gaffer beforehand, and they're sort of scrapping for every point they can get now, and told the lads that's what to expect. So get them on the back foot. Let's not do our usual, and then bang, one hopeful ball into our box. Nobody taking ownership of the situation, saying I'm going to deal with this, and again a goal.
Well, it's funny you say that, because you know, Andy, from a supporter's point of view, people see it, and you know, supporters can say, you know, it's not about having bad luck, but we had a serious amount of possession, and those who can't see patterns of play or see how players move, it looked as though we were mugged today. That's what it looked like to supporters.
I think with the possession, we did have a large amount of possession, but once again we was getting it deep in our own half, you know, not in the final third, and that's going to affect us. We tried to stress to them at half time that we've got to play further up the pitch like we did Tuesday night, and we'll get our just rewards, but we're just playing too deep, keeping the ball, but we've got no outlet.
Yeah.
There was no way of sliding balls in and that, because we wasn't working hard enough.
Yeah, and you know, we weren't picking up any second balls, and you know, frustration becomes to losing your composure, you know, and we're sort of dinking balls up there, and you know, you're never going to get them because they knock them straight back out. And even when they were knocking them back out, we weren't picking up the second ball, were we?
No, we weren't picking up the second. We've had this problem quite a while. When we deliver that ball in, and we do try to turn them, we don't overhit the pass. We don't overhit that ball. We dink it up, and it becomes a fight ball. It's coming straight back at us. And then because we were sitting too deep, the gap in between the midfield and the front two is too big. So we're not getting to the second balls in there. Sears done his best today to get round and try and get these second balls, but you can only cover so much ground.
Yeah, only one player can. And you know, we had, even when you look at the amount of possession we had, I think 2 chances. That was Ben in the first half, where
Ben had a
really should have
great
scored.
chance. Yeah, on another day he would have scored, and I think we had just a couple of scrambles near the end when we had to throw everything forward, and just throughout. You know, today our possession and our style of play wasn't going to get us a goal today, because we need more energy and work ethic about us if we're going to pass and move.
And a bit more thought, wasn't it?
Yeah, and understanding the game. You know, so in the end we threw everyone up, and you know, we had a great chance. Carl had a great chance to get the ball somewhere near the goal. Sears, he's gone up near the end, and you know, he's just disappointed me. He's gone up and he's won the flick on, but we haven't anyone running in and surging in behind. That kind of impetus you need in players. You know, you need Sears to win that and then turn and chase it as well, you know, or somebody who anticipates he's going to win it. But we just didn't have any of that about us today. Yeah, I'm disappointed, Andy's disappointed, but for the first time for a long time, I can sit here and think, you know, I think we got what we deserved today.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we got, you know, I do, possession-wise, yeah, but I think today they wanted to win that football match more than us and worked a bit harder to do so. They weren't pretty. They didn't play a lot of football.
No, they didn't. And I was talking to their chairman after. He said, "Oh, we can go home happy now." He said, "You know, we have to play like this every week because you know we've been in this league a long time and we have to dig results out regardless. We don't score many goals. We try not to concede any, but you know we just do everything we can to grab a few points. Well, you know." Good luck to them.
Yeah,
you know, and
it's not for us,
but it's for them, and it's effective. You know, and they come up here and they walked away with 3 points. We are disappointed after the game on Chesham, where everything, I'm not saying went right, where everybody played well, but you know, results again today. Nothing really against us today. Status quo remains on teams below us and above us, to be honest with you. So you know, we can move on to the Kettering game. we've got a new signing to announce, who we've signed this afternoon. Can you say a little bit more about him?
And Andy knows him a little bit more.
young Doobie was at Wiz Beach. I think he scored 23 goals for them so far this season, and he tells me 13 assists, so that's good. Had Doobie when he was a kid at Cambridge United when he was about 14. His work rate was good then, and I watched his career over the last couple of seasons, and his work rate's phenomenal. He'll run in the channels behind. He can pin players. He's going to give us something a little bit different to what we've got at the moment. So
yeah, a bit more, different style of play. I see him, and for the supporters who may remember, they weren't. He had a small stint at Kings Lynn, and he scored a goal against us when we lost in 2-1 over there in the Vars. But he didn't get many opportunities because they had that big lad, that slow, Defty, whatever his name is. He was up front, and they played a certain way, so he moved on, and must have improved a lot as well. I thought he was a decent player. He's quick.
I think what we need to be aware of as well is he had 11 offers. You're not a good player if you ain't
Absolutely,
got 11
and
so,
there was 1, 2, 3 in Northern Prem.
Yeah. And there's a couple of teams in our league.
Yeah.
So he's had 11 offers. He's chose to come here partly because he believes in what we're going to do, and like he said,
and for a lower package as well.
Oh yeah, he's taken less money to come here. So that's a good sign for us that he's not here just for the coin. He's come in. He's willing to prove himself and hopefully guarantee himself something for next season as well.
Yeah, and that's what we said to him. We said, we're going to bring him in, whether you two play him or not on Wednesday, or what are you going to do with him. But we want him to come in here, prove himself, get into your squad, your set of players for next season. This is what we're trying to do every week. So there could be some more goings, could be some more coming ins, but we're working it around and we're mixing it around to get where we want. And at the end of the day, this squad has to be your squad. And as far as I'm concerned, you've got carte blanche to do what you like. You can switch and change and bring in and go out whatever you want, however you feel you want to balance the side.
I think today, I said to the guys before kick-off that this is the first time on the back of a win we've been able to keep the same winning team.
Yeah.
In previous time at the beginning, the run we had at the beginning, we did well, and I don't think there was many times off the back of a win we kept the same team. It might have been off the back, and it was there. This is your opportunity now for all of you. You've done exceptionally well to go out there to stake your claim, and hold on to your position. But unfortunately, what happens now Wednesday is we speak tomorrow and say what we need to do to inject a bit of impetus into that game, and that's a massive game for us. Kettering are fighting for their lives. They're a difficult side to play with.
And they're a different side in midweek as well. And we've got Ed we're missing on Wednesday for 3 games, and then next Saturday we've got Arthur missing for 3 games. So that doesn't help you at all, does it?
Is Arthur just a game?
I think it's 3 games. Did he get sent off?
Yeah, but it was 2 bookings.
2 bookings. I don't know what it is.
Game, maybe one, yeah.
Is it one game?
And this, obviously Leamington are going to come in next Saturday. Took a hiding today on me.
Yeah, they got hammered 6-0 at home. These things happen, they went to Stourbridge and got wallops. But have no fear about it. We got Kettering first, get that out of the way. But then when we got Leamington and Steph will be back up here, and he'll be a handful without a shadow of a doubt. I know him too well. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens, but it'll be a good game. And hey, I don't mind these games. It's great bringing these games on, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
We just move along. We know how we're developing, and today, there you go. That's one of those results, a bit like the Redditch one, which I wasn't there.
You missed a good game there.
Yeah, we're disappointed. As I say, I'm not upset. I'm disappointed, but I'm not upset, and nor should you two be upset. Be disappointed.
The previous games I have been a bit, take the shoelaces out scenario, but today I was just say, I think it's a bit of another wake-up call for guys who we sort of started to turn the corner, and we sort of won a couple and drew, and we lost a couple, and then today was a good one to push on, and I think we sort of rested back a little bit as a squad and thought we were just going to go out there and have the right to do this. And as again in this league has shown us, that every single outfit in this league on their day will graft and turn you.
Yeah, and it is about grafting as well, because we didn't graft as much as we should have done. We didn't want to desire as much, and the reason for it, we don't know.
No, it's just that balance, and you can't. Like we were saying, we're asking them to try and do things, and if they do that, then fair enough. But we can't then install that sort of impetus, that belief and work ethic.
I think the tone was set early doors today, from not moving the ball quick enough across the back four, not missing out passes, rather than going one centre half to another centre half to the fullback, rather than just going boom straight into your fullback, moving it with a bit of pace, putting the ball in front of us. So we're on a positive foot. It will set the tone, and we didn't do that right from the beginning. So we need to address that before Wednesday without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, but you also said on Tuesday, you know, we're a good counter-attacking team. And when a team put 11 behind the ball, you can't counter-attack.
No.
Because they play so deep, you've got to find a way round them. And, you know, it's hard for any team to find a way round.
It's got to be done, like Andy said.
Round the sides.
That first pass into the guy, you know, it's got to be in front of him to put him on the back foot. Or it's got to be identified quickly. You can't. And then instead of turning into players or shooting or proportionally, then you just keep the ball and be patient, and then you try and break them down.
Well, to be honest, I was listening to what you were saying when you were sitting next to me, because you got a cold and didn't want to be over there first half. And you know, first half you were absolutely right. You know, we were in the position just to drop it over the back of them, turn them facing the other way, because it was the only space we had. And you know, it just weren't happening, was it?
No, but we identify when we ask, we say have a go at this. We don't claim to know everything or think it's going to work, but we think if you have a go at that, from what we can see, it might give us a bit more advantage. But what happens is we do that, but we need to believe in what we're saying and do it all the time, you know. And then, you know, that will come. It'll come in time.
Well, it shows tactics, because you know I'm pretty good at tactics, but you know, you both got me when you made the substitutions, and as soon as you made them, the penny dropped for me, and I thought, hey, they're two good substitutions. You know, you're going for a goal and you change two fullbacks, and the reason you change them because you wanted the other two fullbacks are better moving forward, especially Ed. And Ed had quite a lot of the game in the 20 minutes he was on.
I think he had 4 crossing opportunities, didn't he?
Yeah.
And with Ryan, he's better delivery from wide. So it just
nothing against the other two fullbacks, far from it.
Well, defensively they've done okay today, but it just we needed to change it, and that's what it was.
Tactically wise, yeah. We
need to push forward, get the midfield and the wide players pushed on, and the fullbacks would do that. And if they didn't, then they would get round and create the overload. But I thought they'd done well when they come on. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought they did. So it just goes to show, you know, it's not. What I'm trying to say to supporters is not what us supporters see. You know, coaches see a lot different. And it's quite nice sometimes for us supporters to try and work out why you done it. And today was a fantastic example. And it did him nothing against the two fullbacks who were on because they're more defensive, but the two who came on were more attacking minded, and that would have allowed you also to bring your wingers wider to get round the back and the fullbacks to get round the back of them, as you're saying, to deliver that ball.
We just needed, you know, it needed changing sort of dramatically and shaking up dramatically. So then, you know, after that we went to a 4-3-3, and then we threw Gary. It was a case today of from the dugout trying everything just to spark us, but unfortunately the car went through and he couldn't quite finish. That was it.
I mean that could have gone in. I mean, then we had Ryan had a sort of snapshot.
Well, I was at the angle of Coles, and you know, he was off balance, and he did have to. He would have had to turn it in. It wasn't a push in. He would have had to turn it back across the goals, you know, to turn back in the goal. So it wasn't. It was an easy chance, but it wasn't really, to be honest with you. He had to turn, and he fell across it. But never mind. That's the way it goes. We're going to move on to Kettering, which is going to be a really tough game, because I think, you know, one thing they will have is a lot of energy, a lot of desire, and a lot of pace. You know, they might lack in talent a little bit here and there, and togetherness as a new squad, but you know, they do give themselves a bit of a work. They do work at teams. So we're at Corby on Wednesday night, not at Kettering's old ground, Neem Park. We're playing at Corby, 7:45 kick-off. So let's get the support we can, and then we've got Leamington next Saturday. Coming thick and fast, boys.
Yeah, they are.
All right then, cheers.
Nice.